little yard shack. Okay, another day in Hoosier National Forest. It's probably 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. Clearing a section here. It's called an interpretive trail. Kind of rocky, kind of hilly. A lot of vines and things growing over top of it. A lot of limbs growing out. So I'm working on this section for just a little bit right here. Got it all cleared out pretty good. Move on up the hill. This is here by the Wrecking Ball Cemetery. A few more limbs and head out and get another section done. It's out there for about 3.5 hours, cleared 0.3 miles, 0.3, about a third of a mile. Took a break, ate something, drank a few cups of green tea with ginseng, and I am ready to go. This is a loop, so I did one section, so now I'm going to head the other way and try to make it back as far as I stopped this morning. This little amphitheater up here. It looks like nobody's taking care of it. Having any shows, so with the COVID-19, so I'm going to go ahead and it needs to look good anyway. Go ahead and do that. So this is Salina Lake Interpretive Trail Loop. Yeah, in certain sections like this is right at the very beginning. Kind of there's a big parking lot over here, so a lot of families and stuff will hike this trail, and they'll do this little loop right here. So that's why you can see I went ahead and cleared it up pretty nice. A lot of room, you know, for the kids to run up through there, and older adults, and not worry about getting poison ivy and things like that. So it turned out pretty nice. Okay, this is something strange. A pair of women's shoes out here on the trail. I'm going to go ahead and try to get a hold of the sheriff's department, see if before I move them, see if they need to come out and look at them. A bit spooky. A little bit spooky. Weed eating along that trail. I go along a tree, get finished, look down, and there's the pair of women's high-heeled shoes laying there. So they were definitely hidden. You can see by the picture they look kind of muddy. They've been out there for a while. First of all, I talked to Alexander Johnson that was here at the Rickenbaugh house. Said he was looking at some damage that had been done there. I reported it to him. I told him I was going to drive up to the guard stand and try to get service because there's no service back here at the lake, cell service. So then I drove up to the guard stand and I got a hold of the Perry County Sheriff Department. Talked to a sheriff. He said he was south of Tell City, but that he would be here in a little while. I think it's been, if I had to guess, probably an hour and a half since I made the call. So I've just been weed eating around the Rickenbaugh house and around the property here and the bridge and the boat ramp and just doing things like that till he gets here. It's kind of spooky because there's a little area by the shoes that look like it had been kind of scratched and dug. Not big. Maybe 1.5 feet by 1.5 feet or so. I don't know if I got it on the video or not, but when I go back up there, I'll definitely take a picture of it. That's what I am doing, just kind of waiting. When Alexander was leaving and I got back from making a phone call, he stopped in his van, gave me his phone number, and I asked him if that lady, there's a lady found dead in Tipsaw, which is a couple miles from here, Tipsaw Lake, and I asked him if they ever found out what happened to her, and they said no. That's been two or 3 years ago. And then he made a comment, there's a lot of strange things that happen. Something about when people camp 1 or 2 nights, but if you stay longer, things start happening. So I don't know what he meant by that. So anyways, I'm going to hang out here for a while longer. If he don't show up in the next hour or so, I'm probably going to go ahead and walk on back here. Probably ought to document it a little bit more. It's not right. I've been hiking a long time, and you'll see hiking boots on the trail, and you'll see flip-flops and trail shoes, things like that. No big deal. But not high heels like this, not kind of hidden like that in the weeds. Strange. Very strange. Back at the shoe location, and you can see there's an area right there that's been dug out. And once again, here's the shoes. I'd say they've been here for a while. Out by the mud that's on them. my favorite things to do is clean up the signs. Okay, here's a section of trail that needs attention. This is the main trail, Two Lakes Trail. And then it cuts through here into the interpretive trail. And this will head back to the Rickenbaugh house. And I have my safety orange on, earplugs, safety glasses, gloves, everything I need. I'm going to clean this area up here a little bit. Okay, did another one of those second efforts. Got up early, came back in and finished up the trail. Went ahead and finished up the educational loop, and now it's all ready for Labor Day. If any families want to come out and older folks and they want to do a little hiking, there's a lot of cool signs and a lot of good stuff about the property and the National Forest out here. So glad I did that, and looks like the rain is moving in, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up, load everything, head on down the road. So another day at Hoosier National Forest, Salina Indian Lake Recreational Area, Two Lakes Trail. It's looking good. Ah, the interpretive trail. That's the word I was thinking of. Yeah, the interpretive loop is what that is, and that goes behind the Rickenbaugh house. And it's a mile from start to finish if you do the whole loop. But you can always do just half of it, 0.3 miles and then come back. But it's got a lot of cool features. They're actually sandstone cliffs where they actually cut the blocks out and made the Rickenbaugh house. So a lot of cool things to read. I'm going to bring Mrs. Melissa out here and let her read all about them, and she'll like that kind of stuff. So anyways, it's just amazing how hot it is out here already, and it can't be probably 10 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, adios. Well, as usual, I thought I was signing off, but I got a third effort in. Went ahead and this property used to be owned by the Rickenbaughs, and that's their big stone house that I weed-eated yesterday and took care of it while I was waiting for the sheriff to show up. This is their little graveyard here. So I went ahead and stopped in here, and I noticed when I drove by last few times, the weeds are starting to get tall around the monuments. Not bad. Somebody takes care of it, but kind of said hello to everybody and trimmed around their tombstone. I used to do that. There's been a lot of old graveyards that I used to go to and take care of. And I just think it's kind of cool. I think it's giving back to those that have passed on.